What's up, Nintendo fans? YXBA is back, and I'm ready to mash some more buttons.
Tiger uppercut!
Shoryuken!
Those of you who are excited about the NX and want to see the Wii U get out of the way and be replaced by the NX as soon as possible, got some very exciting news today. Respected business news outlet Nikkei in Japan today said that Nintendo has already stopped producing some of the accessories for the Wii U, and that the Wii U is on the way out and will stop being produced sometime during 2016. I just want to mention too that Nikkei has been right about a lot of things, especially in circumstances where they have leaked out details of upcoming hardware. Their production sources tend to be very, very good. I remember back when the Nintendo DS Lite was coming out, they had leaked it out shortly before the announcement. Of course, Nintendo denied the report, but it didn't take much longer before the system was unveiled. Now, I know there are those who will point to their sources on the NX being Android-based and that being denied by Nintendo, and that likely being untrue, but that's a little bit of a different situation. When it comes to their actual production sources, most likely out of China, they have been very, very accurate, and I don't think it's fair to criticize them too much if they got perhaps some misleading reports from a different source about what the operating system of the machine would be. But when it comes to their hardware sources, they have been very much spot on in the past and are very well respected. Now, I know there's a lot of deniers out there, and I'm not exactly sure why there would be at this point, but it's very clear that the NX is going to be a home console, or at least have a home console component, and that it's going to be launched this Christmas. We already got a report from Super Metal Dave, and, I'm not going to go through that whole situation again, but he was so far right about everything that he reported, and this just gives even more backing to everything that he said. So the odds that he got 9 out of 9 things totally correct, and the 10th thing being Zelda U is going to be coming to the NX being wrong is, well, very unlikely at this point. And while I'm not going to say that this is 100% confirmation at this point that the NX is coming out this year, I think that if you take a look at two sides of this, somebody who would say the NX is 100% confirmed, and the ones that are saying, oh no, this is just a rumor, it's just a rumor, I'm waiting for Nintendo to confirm. The ones more likely to be right, and the ones closer to the truth, are clearly those who would say that the NX is 100% coming out this year. And I have to say that I find it a little bit annoying that we have a society where it's okay to be wrong almost all the time, as long as you're being conservative. As long as you're taking the naysayer opinion, nobody ever holds you accountable later on when you ended up being wrong. It's no worse to be wrong on the optimistic side of things than it is to be wrong on the negative side of things. And I also think that it's worth mentioning, there are those that still suggest that the handheld component is coming out this year, but the console component to the NX is going to be only coming out next year. Well, that just doesn't make any sense. Why would you discontinue the Wii U console and keep the 3DS in production, only to replace the 3DS with a new handheld, but not replace the console with anything until next year? I think that what you're seeing here from Nintendo is a bit of a strategy. Yeah, they're going to satisfy those who were promised a new Zelda game on the Wii U by still releasing Zelda U for the Wii U, but they're not going to be using it as a system seller on the Wii U. They're going to be really limiting the supply of Wii U systems, especially around Christmas when the game launches, so that basically, if you want to buy the game and you haven't bought a Nintendo console yet, you're probably going to be forced into buying the NX. Some will say this is a little bit a dirty business, but I don't really think it is. Those who pre-bought a Wii U for that game are still going to be able to buy the game, and they're still going to be able to play it on the Wii U. But Nintendo has to be looking to the future. If you look at Nintendo history, they have had a very innovative generation, and then they've had a follow-up generation where it's basically the super generation, where they continue with what they had done previously, and those systems don't end up doing as well as the previous machines. I think you can take a look at the original Nintendo being extremely innovative, and then the Super Nintendo came out, and that was, don't get me wrong, a great console, but I don't think it was quite as dominant as the original Nintendo, and in fact the Sega Genesis sold better in North America than the Super Nintendo did. And then the N64, I think, was, fairly successful. They had definitely some major competition from Sony at that time, but the GameCube, which was basically building upon the 3D gaming experience provided on the N64, the GameCube was basically a super N64, and then they did innovation again with the Wii and had a huge success. And then the Wii U was basically a Super Wii and didn't do very well at all. So I'm very optimistic about the NX. I think that Nintendo is going all in with that machine. And it sounds like it's coming out this year, and we're going to have an amazing, amazing launch window. Now, not all the rumors are true, but if half of the rumors are true about games coming to the NX early on, it's going to be one heck of a launch window on that system. So let me know if you agree with me, and even if you don't agree with me, I'm open to that as well. So give me a shout in the comments below, and I look forward to talking some more with you about this issue. This has been Colin Unger, reminding you to keep your thumbs glued to YXBA, and always remember to select Start. If you enjoyed this video, click like and subscribe.